So the other gentleman that did our solar, he did change it. He said he'd give me a new one, but it wasn't brand new, it was refurbished. Then something still wasn't working. I'm Rebecca Beeler, and I have been married 23 years in May, and I have a 19-year-old son going to sophomore year, just started Monday, in Mississippi, Oxford, Mississippi, Ole Miss. Go SEC football. Been living in Modesto since 1988. My husband owns a manufacturing company in Salida. We bought a fifth wheel in May on a trip to Arizona, and now we've been fifth wheeling it. So we do that, and then just traveling and going to races, any kind of race, watching races. I think I need another hobby. So we bought this home, we closed escrow December 30th, 99. We saved up our money for many years, and now we gutted it, and it's a whole new home. The initially was through my husband's cousins. It was my husband's cousin's friend, and he was from Ripon, and just a nice guy, and told us how many solar panels we need and sold us the system. Nothing really happened after the sale. It was just hope it works, and you start getting your bills that are significantly less from the city of Modesto. But then there's something called the true-up bill. That we got as a surprise, and they send you a spreadsheet and says what you're really using. So then you know something's wrong with your inverter. I got a $1,700 utility bill last November. Yeah, and he knew about it and kind of what it was, but I also called the city of Modesto and said, what is it? How do I avoid it? And she said something must not have been working properly. So the other gentleman that did our solar, he did change it. He said he'd give me a new one, but it wasn't brand new, it was refurbished. Then something still wasn't working. And Shannon said they'd come over, his guys would come over and put up some kind of sensor and set up an app on my phone and my iPad so I can look at it and see if it's generating power, and I would know if there's a problem without having to go to the side of the house and see if there's an error message. And they came over. I remember it was pouring rain one day and offering all this help for me, you know. I thought that was pretty generous of his time and for us. Shannon is very informative. He's just more knowledgeable than most companies that just come and say, I want to sell you a solar system. I think whoever's putting the solar in needs to know all the regulations. Shannon, I mean, this is his life. This is it. You know, he knows what to do with the paperwork, and he knows how to do it. Working with them is amazing. I would recommend them because, you know, Shannon's really good, but I think him running the company with the team that he's got, there's no loss. I feel like the consumer would be really happy.